Hey, what's going on, everybody? We're back to mid-card Mania. I'm Daniel.
Steven.
And yeah, I almost forgot what show he's on. I'm about to throw a main event out there. I mean, it feels like a main event quality match. I mean, it's a marquee match, but it is the mid-card.
Yeah.
Tonight, we're at Wrestlemania 4.
I think this
as much as I give 3 shit, 4 is so much worse. Like, it really, I mean, in my opinion, that's just my opinion. I don't like WrestleMania 4. Anyways, the match we're doing is the quarterfinal match in the World Title Tournament. It's Andre the Giant with the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase and Virgil in his corner going up against Hulk Hogan. Alright, now Steven, last week when I talked to you about this, you were okay with the match. I mean, I know you're not a big Hogan fan, but the fact that Andre's in it, you're okay with, right? I mean, you was anyways. I know your views probably changed a little bit since then, but...
Hogan's the only heel face I've ever seen.
Dude, he's a big-time heel guy. It's ridiculous. He told me, I was raised to believe that, as long as I take my steroids and say my prayers... and train, I can literally do anything, and the good will always triumph. It's like he constantly cheats like a motherfucker. We'll get into that in a second. I got beef with this match, but this is kind of an odd thing because this is essentially, even though they had a rematch prior to this, and I know you'll get into that here in a second, but this is almost like the WrestleMania. This is the WrestleMania 3 rematch. Like this is, in fact, on the cover. If you remember or not, I had the double taped VHS of WrestleMania 4. This was the front cover, Andre Hogan, because it's your rematch. It's part 2. It's the sequel, and
that sequel.
Yeah, it really. It's one of those sequels you realize it doesn't quite live up to the original. All right, Steve, let's take a trip down memory lane here. There's a lot to get caught up in the build up to this match. So why don't you go ahead? Let's just kick things off. Let's hit the build up of this match.
Well, it started out when Andre was presented with a trophy.
Yeah.
What was it? I can't remember.
He was undefeated for 15 years.
Undefeated for 15 years, and
horseshit. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to think of that. And this tag me in, dude. I can't do it. Tag me in.
Hogan. He was getting a similar trophy. Or he got a trophy as well, and his was for being world champion for I think it's entering his 3rd year. But his trophy, of course, was like this massive triple, quadruple decker fucking trophy. Like life size the Hogan trophy. And then of course they give Andre like this little fucking, there you go, it's a trinket. Of course, it looks small anyway, but the fact that Andre's a giant, it looked even smaller. Yeah. So he got pissed. So you want to take over from here?
Yeah.
Hogan's okay, so
but yeah, after that, it led into like WrestleMania 3, like they were calling it the greatest match ever. As they were billing it because you had...
Because it was. Just the same. Go ahead, sorry.
They had the irresistible force meeting the immovable object.
Yeah.
And there was some memorable parts about that match, but we're not even talking about that match, are we? We're talking about the...
We're building up. We're building to this match. This is a history. We're getting the history lesson.
We're building. It led into the Hogan slamming Andre, which... Hogan wasn't really the first one to do it.
No.
And Hogan actually did it a few years before. Mm-hmm. And Shea Stadium, I think, right? Wasn't it Shea?
I don't remember. I know he did it once before. I know Harley Race did it, but
yeah.
We don't know that. Vince McMahon told us that didn't happen, so it's okay.
But as I was saying, it led into to this tournament because...
Well, don't forget, there was a whole thing where like Andre would take this hiatus. And then he came back at Survivor Series. Yeah. And of course, that was, everybody's like, a rematch. And of course, Hogan eventually gets himself counted out in that match. And of course, he's pissed off. And of course, Andre's going to win the match. Mm-hmm. Which would also lead to the actual rematch at the very first episode of the main event.
Yeah.
They had a contract signed at the Royal Rumble. Here we go, the main event. What happened at that main event?
Huh?
What happened at the main event?
Saturday night's main event?
Nope, it was just the main event.
It was just called the main event.
It was Hogan versus Andre. Andre has Hogan pinned, but Hogan gets a shoulder up at 1 because he ain't gonna say.
It was Saturday night's main event. Because it was in Indianapolis.
I promise you it's not. But anyways, it was just the main event. Trust me on this one. I'll prove you long after we turn this off. I'll do it. But anyways, Hogan had a shoulder up. The referee was just like, I don't see nothing. 2, 3, new champion.
They had like the switcheroo.
They had the twin referee. Yep, they had a twin referee gimmick. And then, of course, because Earl Hebner wouldn't screw anybody. And then, of course, after that, like literally, I think, how long did Andre hold the title for? Like, what's the official?
I think it...
Like a minute 15 or some shit.
A minute 15, then basically...
He sold it to...
to Ted DiBiase, which created the tournament.
Yeah, but Jack Tank came out and said, bullshit, that ain't happening, not on my watch. So he stripped... And, of course, he stripped Ted DiBiase. That never went down in the history books. Like, DiBiase has never been recognized as the champion. Andre was considered a champion, and then, boom, it's vacant. So it did lead to a 14-man tournament. And, of course, since they were both kind of in the midst of this controversy, they were both given that bye into the quarterfinals. So, yeah, 14-man tournament. This match, once again, hype aside, I do like the fact that, like, even though it's never quite clear if this is what they were going to do, I mean, because once again, you can speculate yourself. But, I mean, you'd almost assume that Andre was there for DiBiase, like, you know, because DiBiase's going to face, or, you know, whoever wins the DiBiase match, which might not be DiBiase, was going to face the winner of this match. So you almost can speculate that maybe Andre is going to, you know, destroy Hogan and then, you know, eventually just walk out and collect his massive paycheck from the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. So DiBiase's out there to protect his investment. Of course, Virgil's out there to protect DiBiase because that's what a bodyguard does. So yeah, the match itself, Hogan comes out like a fucking ball of fire. Andre slows him down for a little bit, but for the most part, Hogan lights his ass up. And dude, like, I don't know if it's just good selling from Andre or if he really got his ass knocked for a loop, but there's a part where he goes to get up and he stumbles and like goes back down for a second. And I'm like, buddy, like, I know you're in bad health, like, but take it easy. Like, you don't have to take these massive bumps right now. No. But nope, he would get out there. We see some interference from DiBiase. See a little bit of interference from Virgil. It's typical stuff. Let's get to the end of this match. Let's get to the end of this match. Steve, what happened at the end of this match?
At the end of the match, well, DiBiase, I think Andre was getting in trouble during the match, wasn't he?
I think he was, yeah.
Well, anyways, Ted DiBiase...
According to this point, Virgil's now on the apron. He's distracting the ref.
And Ted DiBiase grabbed a chair and whacked Hogan, I think in the head. Was it in the back or the head?
I think it's the back, but I don't remember.
Well, whacked Hogan in the back with the chair.
I was having trouble with my connection last night. So
Hogan no-sold the chair shot. No-sold it.
Now, see, this is a time when we know, like, now we know wrestling's fake. Back then, it was still presented as real. It's like, dude, this guy was your main event. Like, this guy's going to headline WrestleMania. I'm talking about $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase. So, you just made him look like a complete bitch right there when he hits Hogan with a chair. Hogan, who's been wrestling the match, getting his ass handed to him for the most part of this match, gets him a chair and he just no-sells it. He didn't even hook up before that.
What if Hogan no-sold Andre's punches and kicks and shit like that? What do you think would happen?
Oh, dude, Andre just crushes fucking face in, like, seriously. But, so sorry, go ahead, Dad. So he no-sells the chair.
He no-sells the chair shot, and as I think Andre was getting up, was gonna grab Hogan. Yeah. Hogan hit Andre in the back with a chair. Mm-hmm. Andre grabbed the chair away from Hogan and hit Hogan in the back with the chair. So the referee seen both chair shots. You know, it was kind of like that last match we seen that.
What was the last match we did?
I'm trying to think.
Oh, the Hawk and Ric Flair.
Yeah. It's kind of similar because Hawk basically, Ric Flair hit Hawk hit Hawk with a chair right in front of the referee.
Yeah, just like, see this ref?
Yeah. I'm going to leave the match with my belt.
So, but this one, on the other hand, though, is a double disqualification, and both guys
they're goodbye,
the tournament. So, yeah, that was the end of the match right there. We get Hogan celebrating for like 20 fucking minutes afterwards because he's Hulk Hogan, and that's what the people want. He also beats up Virgil, too, which is funny because Virgil...
He suplexes him outside of...
But he don't take the bump, though. He picks him up and goes like...
And just drops him,
That looks hard as shit. I'm not falling that. You okay, buddy? So, anyway, so yeah, we get that. So, the fallout for this match, pretty good fallout, really. Because, I mean, once again, even though we're mid-card Mania, this is a main event quality match and a main event quality storyline. See, after this, Hogan would take a slight break. Even though No Holds Barred wasn't released until 1989, this was the summer that he actually filmed that movie. So, he's gone for a little bit. Now, at this point, Savage, who would go on to win the title, was feuding with, like, DiBiase and One Man Gang throughout the summer. That was, like, his two big feuds. Well, eventually Andre turned his attentions on Savage, and of course Andre would actually reteam with the $1 Million Man. I think they would call them Mega Bucks. Mega Bucks. So they went after Savage. They beat the shit out of him, and they're like, "Get yourself a partner. Like, who is he really gonna pick?" It's most ridiculous. Like, they get shocked. Like, go find yourself a partner. Who do you think he's gonna get? He gets Hogan, and of course that's the formation of the Mega Powers. Mega Powers would go on. They fought a big match at SummerSlam, the first SummerSlam actually, and Mega Powers do pretty good. They would eventually, however, break up. During a match with the Twin Towers, which Hogan still won.
Hogan still won it?
Savage walked out. Hogan bitch slapped him and walked out of the match with the Twin Towers, and Hogan still beats them both.
I thought Savage bitch slapped Hogan.
That's what I said. He bitch slapped Hogan, took the belt, walked away. Hogan's entered the Twin Towers, and Hogan still wins because he's Hogan. And then, of course, 1 year from this event,
that motherfucker doesn't like putting anybody over, does he?
Nope. And he would go on to take and defeat Savage's belt at WrestleMania 5. And the funny thing about that is that summer, like, he would think like he would let Savage win, or at least maybe not just a few of them all, because the '89 came out. Guess what movie came out? No Holds Barred. Guess who's doing press tours and shit like that? Hogan. Do you have time to defend that belt? No. But it's like, I'm Hogan. So, but anyways, that was the fallout there. Steve, we hit the data. We hit the raw facts. It's time to talk about our feelings right now. What did you think about this match? Give us your honest opinion about this match right here.
It was the same Hogan. No sell, leg drop, his little punches. Not really much of anything. I feel sorry for the guys who could actually wrestle. I was in the ring with him. I feel bad for them. Because he's probably tossing them around the whole fucking time. They were trying to sell for him. You know?
They made him look good, though.
When he fought, they made him look good, but come on.
He fought Mr. Perfect one time. I was like, man, Hogan looks awesome in it right now. It's like, no, Perfect looks good.
Yeah.
So not a big fan of the match, I know. No. For me personally, I mean, like I said, and I'll agree. I mean, I like Hogan. I give him a lot of shit now because I'm just older, I'm more cynical, and I'm just an asshole. But I mean, I ain't gonna pretend like I wasn't a fan. I'm a huge Hulk Hogan fan.
I was too.
When I watch matches like this, it does take me back to a better time, a more innocent time, before I saw the world where I was. At this time, I was a bright-eyed kid watching Hulk Hogan defend the world against evildoers like DiBiase and Andre the Giant. So when I watch this match, it does bring more like that, but at the same time, this is such a lackluster match. Like, this does not have the same feel of WrestleMania 3.
No.
The fact that, Hogan is just unwilling to lose cleanly, or even even lose a match. Like, he's like, I ain't losing the match. I'll go out on a double DQ. And that's the thing that kills me about this match is when you watch it, when you rewatch this match, and I urge you guys to check it out again, so you don't think I'm just blowing smoke here. Hogan takes the chair and he whacks Andre with it.
Yeah. And
the referee sees it.
Yeah.
And he's like, what? And some time passes, and then Andre turns around, and I'm like, ring the bell. Right now. Hogan hit him with a chair. Yeah. Ring the bell. Disqualification. Hogan loses. Andre moves on. You could have had the same result because Andre could have went on, just bowed out like, hey, DiBiase, here you go. This is your gift. You would have had the same result.
That would have made it more interesting.
And it would have made more sense from a logical standpoint. So he hits him with the chair.
Because Andre did hand the belt to DiBiase.
Exactly. He could have got his big payday.
It would have made a hell of a lot more sense.
Yeah, it would. And storyline-wise, it would have made perfect sense. Instead, we get Hogan whacking Andre at the chair.
Of course, Hogan doesn't like to lose cleanly, and he doesn't like to lose at all.
And he definitely don't want to lose by himself on a DQ either, I can tell.
No.
But anyways, we hit him with the chair. We get a long pause of the referee looking like... And then Andre takes the chair. Once again, at this point, referee can ring that bell right now. He's waiting. Andre hits Hogan with the chair, and then finally like, all right, ring the bell. Yeah, we're getting rid of both of them now. I know I waited a good 45 seconds before Andre used the chair, but I'm the ref, and this is what's going on. And that just always bugged me about this match. And I'm not gonna lie, WrestleMania 4 to me is just shit. I don't like it. I think the only match I really liked out of this match, there are two. I like the Demolition Strike Force match. I like the Battle Royal in the beginning. That's it. Like, I literally just don't like this pay-per-view. All the matches are too short. The fact that, Steamboat lost to Greg Valentine in the first round, but then Greg Valentine would advance to face Savage in the second round, Now, when I was a kid, it didn't bother me because to me, I'm like, it's real. But it's like, we know it's scripted. So that means literally they're like, hey, remember that awesome match that Steamboat and Savage had last year that everybody's talking about?
Mm-hmm.
We can do the sequel this year too.
Exactly.
And then it makes Savage look even stronger because he went over a guy who beat him last time. You know, they got pulsed up.
Exactly.
Let Savage beat him this time. Return the favor. Savage moves on, looks even better. They put him against Greg. Now, I'm not taking nothing away from Greg Valentine. I'm a big Greg Valentine fan. But let's face it. On paper, Valentine ain't the greatest. I mean, he's not. Unless you're talking about, like, early 80s Greg Valentine. I'm sorry. It's just not. I'm sorry. At this point, no. Greg Valentine's, no. Sorry. Ain't happening. So, it just seems like, I don't know, this is a pay-per-view to me that just kind of missed the mark on a lot of things. But yeah, it is what it is. This match, like I said, it isn't great. Like I said, the ending bugs me. The fact that it just feels like it's just thrown together. It looks like Hogan's kind of half-assing it, which, you know, say what you want about Hogan, at least he's giving it his all when he's out there. He may not be the prettiest of wrestlers with his wrestling ability. Maybe his hits are, you know, generic and whatever people complain about Hogan. That never bothers me because the guy's out there giving 110% every time he's out there. And this time, he's clearly not. Like, he is just like, well, I'm not winning the title. And the fact he celebrates for 10 minutes afterward just really bugs the shit out of me. Like, I agree with Ventura when he's bashing him on the commentary because he's like, why did you celebrate like you won? He lost the match. Dude, we spent more time with his celebration than most of the matches in this tournament. That's ridiculous. Like, that's not me making a joke. It's not me trying to get a laugh out of the crowd. That's fact. That's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. Like I said, this match, considering that I'm a huge fan of the WrestleMania 3 match, and not just because it's a great match per se, but it's just the feel of it, the storyline. Like, to me, that trumps the wrestling. And even the wrestling isn't bad when you get that kind of emotion and storytelling behind it. This one, I'm not saying it should have been as good as that, but it still should have had the same feel. I mean, you're getting these two titans back in the ring again. And we get this lackluster fuckfest, and it's just like, fuck, this is so bad. The fact that he makes DiBiase look like a bitch, because DiBiase hit him with a chair. Dude, Ted DiBiase comes over with a chair. Ted DiBiase, who's fresh, who's strong, who is, you know, by all rights, maybe not WWF, but he's a good wrestler. Like, he has a great background. People who watch Mid-South could be like, oh shit, Ted DiBiase, he's damn good. He's got a chair. He has a chair. I've seen Virgil level people with chairs. He hits Hogan with a chair. Hogan went in Hulk up mode. I would let it slide if Hogan was fucking hulking up. Hogan's, you know, fighting, kind of getting the better of him, and then still chair shot, and he's just like, what are you doing? And then he chases DiBiase out like a bitch, and you're like, oh, DiBiase, like, he's main eventing tonight. That's another thing. Like, this main event, you know, sure, on paper,
he probably wanted to make DiBiase look weak.
He makes everybody look weak at this point. Like, you know, I still like, you know, Savage doesn't look good coming out of this because it's like he was hand-fed nobodies. It's like he didn't really. You never once felt like once Hogan's out of the picture, you're like, well, Savage is gonna win. Like, he doesn't look weak against anybody. I mean, sure, they're like trying to make him like you gotta fight one man gang and then immediately fight DiBiase who has a body. But it's like I never felt like Savage is in danger. It's just the whole thing. And the fact that like Hogan's like, you know, as far as pay-per-views go. During Savage's run, Hogan was right there every time. Like, he would not let that spotlight get away from him. He's like, no, I may not be champion, but I'm still the face of the company. This is my show. SummerSlam, you're right there. Survivor Series, right there. Royal Rumble, right there. And in WrestleMania 5, takes his belt back. Savage did not have any a long time that belt when it came to pay-per-views, but no, whatever. So yeah, for me personally, this match is just kind of like, but it is what it is. It is what it is. They're not all going to be winners, Steve.
Nope.
They're not all going to be winners. But you know what? It's alright, because you know what? What are we doing next week? What's happening next week?
I think it's Great American Bash.
Great American Bash. Fuck. I thought it was going to get better. Oh, God, Steve.
An NWA show. Oh, goody.
Oh, my God. Well,
Goody.
looks like we're kickstarting 2017 the same way we're fucking in on a shitty note. Alright, well, go ahead. Let's finish the show up. Let's get these
Thanks
people
for
out here.
watching, folks. We hope you enjoyed the show. Read between the lines. And you got anything else to say, Daniel?
That's all I got. Hey, you guys have yourself a good new year. Be safe this weekend. Because I need you back next week to suffer through this shit with us. So. Alright, I'm Daniel.
Steven.
We're out of here.